Hello, and thanks for watching my video. This was a video that was actually suggested for me to do, having looked at the guilds in Guild Wars 2 for 2015. Well, I got a question asking about, how I made my own personal guild sort of have a bank so like impressive. For those of you who aren't aware, if I should go to the guild, you can see obviously that this is my main guild, but this is my guild here, and you can see it's just me involved, and you get a tab for influence. For those that aren't sure, as you can see, I've highlighted it here. The way you earn influence is by logging in every day. You also do events, dungeons, PvP and other activities, and it does actually give you more and more increased influence. For example, if I go to my guild here, you can see history. It will tell you that members completed 8 activities and it gained them this amount of influence. This is actually my history. Oh, sorry, this is the history of my guild. Sorry, this is everything that I have, put into my own personal guild. So these events here have been things that I've actually done, and that I've been playing in the world, completing Torquatal or running Ascalon Catacombs under my own guild. It gets me sort of influence. I don't tend to do it that much because it's actually beneficial to help your own guild rather than do it under. Sorry, it's better to help the guild you're with normally than to do it under yourself. But you can see here the majority I've actually bought influence for. But you can also notice that I've got a lot of 300 influence that I actually received through Black Lion chests. When I opened them up, I actually received a bag, a large guild discovery, and that got me 300 influence. So I create, using under my own guild rather than the guilds that I'm normally with. I created it and opened it and consumed it for this guild. Now, why, may you ask? Have I done this under my own sort of, why am I doing this sort of thing for my guild? Well, it's all to do with the bank. Now, to create a bank, to create a deep cave. If I show you, I think if it's current upgrades. So these are everything that I actually have under this guild. This is all my unlocks. That's all I have. So we have the guild workshop, which allows me to create 2 at the same time, but obviously I don't have enough influence to do that. The guild treasure trove, obviously it says 100 slot guild vault, and the guild stash, that's the first one you get. That's a 50 slot guild vault and gold storage. To get them, you actually need to first of all do research architecture, and that, as you can see here, for me to get deep cave, it does require architecture level 5. The deep cave gets me an extra 100 slots, but that's going to cost me firstly 20,000 influence to unlock to research level 5, and then another 10,000 to do deep cave. So a pretty substantial investment, for how much is to unlock this the next stage in my bank. I don't think I'll ever need to do that because if you're unsure, this is my guild bank as it is. So that's the guild stash. You can see obviously you have 50 slots. You can deposit gold as well under there. But then you get the treasure trove, which is 100 slots. Remember what you can put under here. You cannot put account bound or soul bound items into the guild, the vault. But I'll go back to how I actually made, how did I get all this influence? Again, you do doing events, doing sort of dungeons, as it says here, doing PvP and other activities with guild members. I don't have any, so I don't get anything from that. But you can work your way towards the guild bank. The guild wiki has a very good explanation for what actually, how to get, what exactly is needed, the particular amounts of influence you need. But okay, say it takes you a while to do it on your own. Say you want to get there quick. Well, we can do that as well. So let's have a look. just think, is that the? It's just a guild guy here. I don't know. Do they have that in? As I said, this is a slightly alternative character I have under my account. Normally, I actually do all the guilds sort of transactions at Lion's Arch. He should be around here somewhere, I think. Is that him? No. What you're looking for is a guild promoter, and what the guild promoter can do is you can buy scrolls. Now the scrolls will cost a substantial amount of money for what you're actually going to be doing. So let me go to. I'll switch on to different character in Lion's Arch, and we'll look at sort of what different what options you have. Okay, so we are at the Traders Forum waypoint in Lion's Arch. This is where normally it's a good location for doing all of your guild upgrades. But you can see here we've got a number of different guilds. You've got weaponsmith, armourers, the register, and the guild commendation trainer. So obviously if you want to spend those guild commendations, as I've done in another video, you can. And if you do want to spend them on your letter of commendation, it gives you 400 influence for 4. I would not recommend that regarding, you've probably seen my video looking at guild commendations, what's the right thing to buy. So I'm not going to talk about that in the video. It's an option, but I would not recommend it. But if we come to the guild promoter over here, if you can see here, my guild would like to give generously in support of this worthy cause. This is what you can buy. So to get 10,000 influence, it costs you 20 gold. This is how much it works out, that 10 influence is 2 silver. Obviously, you can multiply that up. So 2 gold for 1,000 influence. Again, I didn't actually buy anything of that. I actually got mine not from this vendor here, but from another vendor. So as you can see, this letter grants you 1,000 influence. So to get 10,000, for example, if I wanted to, you can see I'm back on the Mountain Guild. If I wanted to progress the next level, which would require architecture 20,000, I could quickly spend 40 gold and get another bank. I wouldn't recommend that because you'd probably be easier just to buy some gems and expand your guild expand your own personal bank through the gem store. So I'm not going to go via that way. There is a alternative option. And if we waypoint over here, if you visit the laurel vendor, you can spend some laurels on letters of influence as well. Again, is this sort of worth the money, compared to what you can buy else you can buy? Well, let's have a look. You can buy 2 letters of commendations. That's 2,000 influence for 16 laurels. Obviously, it's quite a substantial amount, but you're not spending gold. But the amount you can actually save. I mean, if you spent 16 laurels on heavy crafting bags, 16 heavy crafting bags, and sold all the materials, that would actually work out less. You'd save money by getting all those crafting materials, selling them, and then buying the letters of commendation back from the guild promoter in the Traders Forum. So there's a couple of different options how you want to increase your influence for your guild. I actually did do it this way before I realised how much money you could save from doing that. But I only needed a few thousand, so I only spent just under 50 laurels on that. And this is how you can increase, your guild bank. And the reason you want to have a big guild bank is because it does allow you, if we come to sort of your own personal bank, what happens when you run out of space? You'll notice I actually have a couple of extra slots on my bank that I created when I eventually get there. I actually bought gems to increase the size of it. So if you can see, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots. I can actually increase it. 600 gems to increase. I'm not going to do that because it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 3. So it gives you 30 slots for 600 gems. Now, for those of you, if you want to just trade your gems, your gold into gems, so I need 600. Okay, so let's have a look. I would like, sorry, I wanted to change it. Here we go. So I need 600. That'll cost me 82 gold. Okay. But how much gold did we need to unlock the guild bank? Well, it was only going to be like 30 or 40 gold. So it's actually more economical to buy guild, you upgrade your guild bank, than it is to actually buy another slot for your personal bank. Obviously, the benefit is you can put account-bound materials into your own personal bank. So I'm hoping that you guys have enjoyed this little video looking at sort of how to upgrade your own personal guild bank, rather than, you know, sort of even if you start off a guild, how you can upgrade it, what are the things you can do. Obviously I've mentioned, doing dungeons under your guild, as you're sort of representing them, will get you influence, and the influence is how you unlock skills, unlock the bank, sorry. Just also a side note as well, when you do go to upgrade certain things, you can see here it does take a long time to upgrade certain things. As you can see here, it's 45 hours for an extra to actually build that, and the guild treasure trove takes almost a week to do. So it is time consuming, but again, it's an alternative way of storing materials. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.